We are going through something as a country in South Africa. Already as a country, we've been crying about unemployment. Already as a country, we've been crying about hunger. Now we've taken the little that we have. These are issues that we could have prevented, but because we are here, let's deal with what we have now. Now it's basically welcome to South Africa where everyone is unemployed, and it's concerning. It's scary. It's scary too much. It's like a ticking bomb that has been waiting and now it has exploded and literally South Africa is on fire. As a country, when all is said and done, we need counseling because we're dealing with something that is beyond what we say it is. We are going through something as a country in South Africa. We are going through the most at this point, as if coronavirus wasn't enough, as if coronavirus didn't take much from us. But now the little that we have, we are taking it away from ourselves. So for the past 2 days, past week, there's just been a lot happening in our country. There's just been so much that is happening, and it's not okay for us to only pick up our cameras when things are nice. I've got a platform. This is not something that I'm introducing into my channel. I'm not gonna come here and address situations that I don't feel good about all the time, but this one I felt like, you know what, let's bring it to the table, let's discuss it. So our former president has just been arrested, and obviously people are not happy about that because he had supporters. Others are happy about it, others are just neutral, it's like whatever. And personally, from my view, I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of our former president, and really I don't care what happens to him. If you're thinking this is about Zuma, then you're wrong. So lootering started and violence started in the name of release Jacob Zuma, And as much as I'm not a fan of him, but this time, guys, let's let the man rest. Like, it's not about him. Honestly, it is not about him. His situation might have opened the door, but he did not create the path. According to my view, he did not create the path. People are breaking. They're breaking into stores, like they're breaking into malls. They are loitering. They're doing the most. Violence is on a high level. If it's from a concept of hunger, I understand why they did it. Guys, I understand. Personally, I am from the hood. I may not know how it feels to be hungry today, but I've been in a situation where I know what it feels like to be hungry. I understand the frustration that comes with hunger. I understand what people can do for hunger. And I understand as well that we are a hungry nation. Honestly, these are issues we've been dealing with for the past years. These are issues we've been crying about the same thing. And am I saying our government is to blame? Yes, definitely. Why are people becoming more richer when others are becoming more poor? It's an indication of instability. It's an indication of there's no balance. There's no balance. So something must be done from the government. We are a hungry nation, and most of our brothers and sisters saw this as an opportunity to feed their hungry stomachs. But my point here comes to, we have inflicted pain. We're not aware of it at the moment, but in the long run, we are gonna suffer. We're gonna suffer as a nation. We've been crying about unemployment. It's a thing, it's a norm. In South Africa, we don't work because there's no jobs. We've been crying about that, but then now we've also taken the little that was left for our brothers and sisters. We've taken the little that we had because we destroyed people's work environments, we've destroyed people's businesses, we've destroyed someone's income, basically. We've taken someone's income. I understand why we protest, because that's the foundation that was set for us. That's the foundation that was laid for us from the beginning, when our brothers and sisters protest during the apartheid times in 1976, the Soweto uprising. No one listens to us unless we take physical action. And I understand why protests are a thing in our country, but this one is not protesting. This one is violence on another level, and it's violence that is not benefiting us. It's going to benefit us just for the moment, but in the long run, what's going to happen? We are titling this as a protest. Guys, it's not a protest. It's not a protest. Let's not confuse protest with crime. This is simple stealing. This is simple loitering. I understand that we are hungry, but what good is it doing to us? What good? You see, if it was a situation where we're stealing because we've got a backup plan and we know within the long run it's gonna sustain us, then I'm not saying go and steal, but I'm saying then it would be like I'd understand 100%. Now I'm understanding only 70%. I'd understand 100% if you're stealing for the long run, for like the next 10 years to come. But now we're stealing only for what? For the next year and a half, or even less than that. My point here is that we've taken the little that we have. Already as a country, we've been crying about unemployment. Already as a country, we've been crying about hunger. Now we've taken the little that we have. Now it's basically welcome to South Africa where everyone is unemployed, you know, and it's concerning. It's scary. It's scary. Too much. We can do better. As a country, we can do better. So now we are a country that is fighting ourselves. Why do you all suddenly conclude that everyone that condemns these acts of violence is privileged? We are all hungry, poor, and unemployed. But crime is crime. Stop with the emotional blackmail. Let's say though that sometimes our opinions, our views on things can be blinded by privileges, you know, because everyone expresses something based on their experience, based on their status, based on where they are currently in life. So I do agree with the sense that sometimes our privileges can blind us from what is actually happening. But in this sense, I totally agree with this tweet. Like, it is wrong to assume that everyone who is against this violence is privileged. At the end of the day, as a country, we are all suffering. There's another one. As bad as it is, some families will get to experience a decent meal of their choice for the first time. I'm happy that someone will actually for the first time sit down and actually have a decent meal, you know, a proper meal. And it goes back to the issues of the government not taking care of us. It goes back to the issue of the government not stepping forward to deal with these issues. It shouldn't be a case where someone has to steal in order to have a decent meal. It shouldn't be a case where I have to do crime in order to have something decent for a day. It shouldn't be like that. So to an extent, I am happy that someone is having a decent meal, but it's the way that it's done, guys. Please don't get me wrong. It's the way that it's done. I am not for the way it was done, but yeah. This one says, I hope tomorrow South Africans will understand when the unemployment rate increases because retailers need to recruit from their current situation. I hope they understand when the queue in the same stores is longer and the service is slow because they had to reduce their labor force. I hope they understand when a child acts out at school because he gets no attention from home. He gets no attention at home. The parent is always tired. I hope they see that they are wounding the same black nation. I hope they see they are wounding the same black nation they so often claim to fight for. I hope they understand no action goes without reaction. Definitely. This is short-time victory. It's short-time victory. It's not gonna end well. It's not. Insurance company won't bounce back from this. It is really bad. I see a lot of unemployment coming. This one I actually replied to, and I said definitely. I mean, a lot of us have been unemployed, but now we indirectly taking jobs away from our brothers and sisters that were employed. Welcome to South Africa, where we're all unemployed now. And that's where I stand. That's where I stand. And then listen to this side. I'm gonna close off with it. Let them ban everything and increase unemployment rate in South Africa. Zuma's family can even move to Dubai and leave you suffering here in South Africa. Hashtag shut down South Africa. I still say I'm not gonna blame this on Zuma or his family or anything like that, because it is beyond that. It is beyond that. As a country, when all is said and done, we need counseling, because we're dealing with something that is beyond what we say it is. We are creating a front that this is about Zuma, but it's not about him, and we are digging ourselves deeper into a situation that already it's very difficult for us to get out of. It's taking us time to get out of, but now we're just dipping ourselves darker. We are here standing and we're saying we're fighting for the black nation, but we're actually destroying the black nation. These are my opinions. I'm not saying stand on them, but I hope I planted a seed in someone's life. I hope I planted a seed. My voice is planting a seed somewhere. We are destroying ourselves. It's like a ticking bomb that has been waiting, and now it has exploded, and literally South Africa is on fire. These are issues that we could have prevented, but because we are here, let's deal with what we have now. There's not much I can do. I'm not saying take my opinions and run with them, but I'm saying think about it. Think about it. What is left now? What is left? And someone can say there's nothing else to lose because we have already lost everything. You will never know what you had until everything is gone. And trust me, it's still gonna be hard. It's still gonna be hard. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. I know we took a short left. This is not a segment, so this is not something you don't expect this every time, but no, I just felt like we had to talk about it. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, definitely comment, tell me your views. Maybe I'm also looking at it from one angle and I'm not being open-minded about it. So let's debate about it, let's talk about it, let's hear your views. Comment down below, and yeah, be safe, be safe, be safe. Thank you.